Viewfinder is back at the Avondale with Violet Waves.
I am Alex Mendoza, and I am the drummer.
I'm Danny. I play guitar and I sing vocals.
I'm David, and I play bass, and I do the backup vocals.
What brought you guys all together to join forces and form Violet Waves?
Well, I met Danny in college in some class, and we ended up hanging out really often, and we decided to start a band, write some music together, and that's how kind of Violet Waves started.
I would always walk in, show them beats I'm working on. I'm like, yo, bro, what you think of this? And then soon enough, we're like, all right, let's start a band. And then David's my brother. I asked him if he wanted to play bass.
In a few words, how would you guys describe your sound, your image, all of that?
I think we would be very like shoegaze, very
Alternative shoegaze, a little dreamy. Yeah, we try to keep it heavy, but also like gets a little dreamy from the soft parts.
Is there any artist that really inspires you guys?
I love Turnstile. Turnstile is my favorite band. I like Super Heaven. I like Basement. I like My Bloody Valentine. I like Violet Waves.
I mean, I listen to like a lot of old music, like a lot of Jimi Hendrix, you know? It's really good. I mean, I play the bass, so like, I'm not really sure, you know? Geddy Lee probably, you know? Rush, you know? Because I got a lot of fast-paced bass abilities. I started off just like doing this with it, but I have my own style of playing, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with Danny, all those bands, and growing up playing gospel, it was just kind of like, I think it would just go very well with all this heavy music together, so I think it was great.
In y'all's lives, when you guys were little kids, or maybe today, what was y'all's favorite movie to watch, or maybe even a TV show on VHS?
On VHS.
Bro, the Goofy movie, bro. Had that shit on VHS. That's a
We
good
did
movie.
have that shit on VHS growing up.
We were like, had the DVD and the VHS player, so it had both, you know?
The combo.
Yeah, the combo. That was the last.
We was living our best
No, that's
life.
a good movie. In general, it's a good movie. But on VHS, makes it more special, you know?
When I think of VHS, the only one that comes to mind is the Rugrats movie.
Bro,
Yeah.
The Lost in Paris one?
The Lost. A classic,
Bro.
bro. What about you?
I actually never really grew up watching anything besides, like, I think Pink Panther was like, that was pretty dope.
Bunch of shows are playing. We're trying to plan like a little tour around the Midwest, possibly the West Coast. Some of our tracks been popping off on the West Coast. Yeah, we've been a band officially less than a year. But yeah, fuck with us.
I think that as Latinos, we are kind of like a minority in the music industry. So if you're a Latino and you want to take off in this music stuff, don't be afraid to take the risk. Just take it.
I mean, I'd say just keep going to shows, you know? Like, keep supporting your local artists. Keep doing that. It's fun. Shows are fun, you know? Everyone wins, you know? That's the message I have, yeah.
Allow us to take you back to a time full of epic battles, wizards, monsters, and warriors with Holy Blade by Holy Blade, the EP.
Holy Blade is Colin Young, Alec Faber, Mac Miller, and Mark Cesario.
Believe it or not, Aaron and I have very different tastes in music. I like some of the older stuff like, you know, Iron Maiden, Dio, all that stuff, right? And Aaron's into some of more of the newer bands, right?
I personally like more modern bands such as Healing Flesh, and such as God's Hate, and stuff like Drain.
So when it comes to us like listening to music together, there's very few things that we both like cross paths on and say like, this is perfect. And Holy Blade is exactly that. Holy Blade is a perfect cross between some of the older stuff, like I said, Dio, Iron Maiden, and some of the newer stuff like Twitching Tongues. Holy Blade sort of captures the essence of a quest, of a medieval journey. Just looking at the front cover, the art done by the tattoo artist Mark Nava kind of harkens back to that old Conan the Barbarian, Dungeons and Dragons, Monster Manual type art. So Aaron, what did you think of Holy Blade? What's your opinions on it?
On my first listen through, I was immediately blown away by how much of an influence their old style had on it. Like, I'm not much into the old stuff. It's kind of hard for me to listen to, but this harbors back to like bands such as Twitching Tongues and Drain and Cosmic Joke. And I listen to this with a more modern look at it, and I can appreciate the older stuff more because you gotta take influence from the classics. All in all, I gave Holy Blade 5 Diet Cokes out of 5 Diet Cokes.
And I give Holy Blade 5 Gandalf the Whites out of 5.
Alright, diggity dogs, there's nothing I love more than a nice, wholesome Rubik's Cube. Because a Rubik's Cube, not only is it edumacating, but it's also entertaining. Every time you play with a Rubik's Cube, your IQ goes up by gnarly levels, yo.
Once you get your hands on Rubik's Cube, you may never be able to put it down.
I'm here with the dynamic duo, Tina and Karina, co-founder and founder of XundergroundChi. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing so well.
I'm hungry. I'm good.
So tell us a little bit about this publication that you guys put together. When did it start, and what would you see in it?
So I started UndergroundChi in like 2023. I was living in Texas at the time, and I really wanted to get involved in the Chicago music scene because I was like, my friends were in it, but I wasn't really musically talented, and I was just starting out photos and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be cool if I could do like promotions just on Instagram. So I just started out like posting show flyers, and then people started DMing me a little bit and asked me to like book shows and stuff. And so I started working with kind of like, you know, just reaching out to some venues, and then like my friend asked me to manage his band and everything, and so it just kind of turned into whatever it is now, just kind of posting photos and like promoting bands like in the local scene and stuff. And we'd like to expand it into like a more like regular e-zine and stuff.
Tina needed a graphic designer.
You said you started this while you were living in Texas. How hard was that getting stuff for the Chicago scene while you were halfway across the country?
Yeah, so it really sucked because I had like really bad FOMO. Like I was just like, oh man, like all my friends are like doing these like DIY shows and stuff like that. So trying to like orchestrate things was just kind of like building a lot of like online relationships. It's almost like, you know, when you have like online friends. But it was kind of cool because like I got to come back home and like meet a bunch of people and like meet people in person, and like I was like talking to bands and stuff like that, and then I would go and like shoot their show, and like they'd be like, oh shit, like, you know, I've been talking to you on Instagram for a while, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude. So it was like hard in a way, but I would say it honestly was kind of cool though, because you get that like, oh shit, like they're a real person kind of thing, you know.
Were there any publications that really inspired you guys to put these together?
So I didn't know that there were other flyer promoters for a while until like I started getting followed by some of the other accounts. I think Scenes from Our Scene was a really big one. They're from Purdue, recently moved to Chicago. DIY Scene or something like that on Instagram. It has like a weird little UFO like picture and stuff. But they were pretty popular, and I was just kind of like seeing what they were doing. Recently, I think a lot of like Brain Graffiti's work really inspires us, and like they're doing a really cool thing, and Karina works kind of closely with them sometimes, so it's just kind of a mix of that.
I'd say Brain Graffiti, and another one is Pass Down Magazine. They're in, like based in Champaign. I kind of follow a lot of the a lot of the scene down there because my friend lives down there, and I had applied to be like a graphic designer with them, and I didn't get into that, but now I feel like I kind of have a chance to like kind of help Tina like create a brand with this, and it's going well, I think. So
out of all the artists that you featured, is there anyone in particular that you've absolutely loved to work with?
Big shout out to Any Two Words. They've been like the day one, like has over and over again like offered to work with me. I shot them at book clubs, a couple other venues and stuff, but I did like a promo shoot for them and everything, so they were super cool. They are super cool. They make really great like math rock music, and that's something that I'm really into. Otherwise, oh gosh, there's seriously so many bands. Midpoint is a huge one. My brother and my best friend and roommate, they're both in Midpoint, and they post a lot of my photos, and they kind of allow me to just do whatever I want with their emails and managing and bands and stuff like that. So that's a cool way to practice. Off a Dog I work with a lot, Lemon Flesh, anybody that is just kind of like a regular and then I hang out with a bunch.
I've done designs for Pure Intention before, and we got an interview lined up with them. So Bug Off too, they were really fun to work with. They're really chill.
What are the things that you guys really like personally?
Oh, outside of it? I don't know if I have a whole bunch of personality outside of this. I have a dog. His name is Ozzy, and he is the sweetest thing.
I like printmaking. That's kind of like my other side hustle, so I like doing that stuff. Yeah.
Karina has also done an amazing job on the graphic design, stickers, and all the promotional material for Viewfinder. Our very own Karina and Tina. So, last question before we go. When you guys were little kids, or maybe even today, what was your favorite movie to watch on VHS tapes?
Hercules, 100%.
Disney's Hercules?
Yeah, Disney's Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
Like the colors in that were just like, oh, they just did something to my brain.
I mostly just remember buying Sailor Moon Super S. That was mostly, I just watched Sailor Moon a lot on VHS, that's it.
Thank you very much. This was XundergroundChi featuring Tina and our very own Karina of Viewfinder. Say yes to VHS. Thank you guys for joining us.
I want to join up.
My name is Ntihari, and this is our friend, Lord Jordanian. And we like to talk about anime. The anime we're going to be talking about today is called Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040.
Brought to you from the same studio that made Tenchi Muyo, Oh My Goddess, and the OG OVA Bubble Crisis. This isn't a sequel, this isn't a spin-off, this is a reboot. Now, in a cyberpunk dystopian world inhabited by boomers, it's up to one girl, one machine, one mission.
It all starts when this young lady named Lena, she's just eating her sandwich and she's drinking her soda, when suddenly a crazy lady comes and makes her drop it. Now anyone else would see this as a mild problem, but not Lena. Instead, she thinks, I'm gonna assault this person. Turns out that that lady who messed up her sandwich today was part of a secret organization of people who like to dress up like robots and fight other robots in the middle of the street.
She finds out that she has main character syndrome and decides that she wants to be part of the team too. So what does she do? She decides to get her own robot made for her to fight side by side with her cybergenetic mechas.
I really like this one. This is like perfect era of anime for me. This is when the animation was like top notch, the action's great, the music is classic, and it has so many of those scenes in like cityscapes in the future. I love it. Stuff like Pat Labor does this a lot, even Evangelion. What did you think of it? What was your review?
Me personally, I think that the animation was very good. The soundtrack was great. If you're a fan of electronic music, things like Aphex Twin, Amon Tobin, anything that was played on Adult Swim or Toonami soundtrack-wise, then this would be right up your alley. I think that the voice acting is pretty good. Another ADV classic. Me, myself, personally, I'm just like a sucker for semi-obscure anime that were popular when they came out, or they weren't popular at all if they came out, and then they faded into nicheness or obscurity. But I really liked how this was made by the same studio that made my favorite anime of all time, Tenchi Muyo. I feel like they recycled some of the character designs from Tenchi Muyo, specifically the third anime adaptation, Tenchi in Tokyo, where the main character, Tenchi's love interest, looks like the main character here. So that added some more points to how I felt about this. Besides that, it was well paced. It had a good mix of comedy, action, a little bit of forced romance, aka workplace harassment. But that went away after the first episode, so all you got to see was some cybernetic, cyberpunk, dystopian fun.
The harasser gets punched in the face, and that's quite funny. This is like perfect for me. The robot suits that they use make them seem so like quick and nimble and able to fly around and all that. It's so cool to watch.
Yeah, it reminds me of this one Nintendo 64 game called Mischief Makers, except instead of being mechas, they're in mecha suits. All in all, I'd say that cyberpunk anime is a really underappreciated genre that kind of faded out of mainstream prominence after the 90s. So if you're a fan of cyberpunk funk, this is the anime for you.
If we don't have big robot suits that we could fly around and do backflips and cartwheels and fight people in, I'm gonna be upset. Anyway, Lord Jordanian, let's watch this completely undoctored footage of Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040.
Let's get it.
Girl, I'm hungrier than a mug. They better hurry up with the goddamn food, goddammit.
For real, I'm about to chokeslam a bitch.
Why we at Burger World anyway? You belong in Salad Palace.
Girl, I know you not talking with them cankles showing, and don't get me started on that boo-boo ass lace front you got on your head, and plus you a month behind on rent.
Keep playing around, you fat ass bitch. You gonna fuck around and go get your leg amputated in a couple of years.
Now watch me stun on your ass with these limited edition hot honey seafood boiled Burger World sandwiches. You can't afford this shit.
Whatever, bitch. Broke ass.
I'm sorry, man. We don't take food stamps here.
Fucking me, you accept EBT. He took me back to his crib and had me sleeping on a twin mattress, girl. And come to find out, whole time it was an Airbnb. And this nigga was living in his
my cankle!
Girl, is you okay? Did you hurt your BBL? Let me help your stupid ass up.
Girl, you just look dumb as a motherfucker right now. Bitch, wanna watch it? We go next time.
She don't even try. She a lost cause.
The only thing about to be lost is my foot in her ass.
Girl, quit playing. You know Shavonda beat your ass last time you tried to fight. Don't even try with her.
Hey, listen here. You stupid ass, broke ass, not knowing how to drive an ass, fake Ferragamo jumpsuit wearing ass, stupid ass, hoe ass, bitch.
Oh yeah, really nice outfit, bitch. You ever think it'll come back into style? Oh yeah, ho, a nice lace front. You look like you did your best.
She got my ass. Maybe I should start going to a stylist anyway. You gonna eat these hands next time I see your stupid ass.
God, I'm fucking starving right now.
Yeah, man, I am famished. After a long day of filming and reviewing anime, I could go for a good meal right about now.
I know, but we gotta treat ourselves to something bad. Like, I gotta feel like I'm gonna die at any given moment eating this meal.
Yeah, I need a real stomach twister.
I know, I need something that really fills up my squeedly sklooge.
Oh yeah, nah, I need something that'll flush it out, fill it back in with toxins, and have me screaming like I got colonoscopy bags coming out my ass.
You know what? I don't want any burgers, I don't want any things like that. Let's go find an ostrich.
Oh, shit, that ostrich beat the fuck out of us.
Well, this is why I have a fear of birds, but besides that point, I think I know one place we could try and find some good ostrich.
Yeah.
Sodium.
MSG.
Fent.
Cholesterol.
Don't worry, I know one place that we can solve all of this.
Wojo's!
Here at Wojo's, there's over 70 different flavors of shakes. They say you should try everything once. I think there's some things you just shouldn't try.
That elk burger, I know I'm gonna regret it in a couple hours. You know, I shouldn't have touched it with a 50-foot pole. I shouldn't even touched it with a marathon-sized pole. I shouldn't have pole vaulted. I shouldn't have shot put. I shouldn't even shot my shot towards this elk burger. I got the quarter-pound elk burger expecting they're gonna put some Big Mac sauce on it or some cane sauce on it. All right, they top it off. They put the relish at the bottom. When you know the relish is the top dog of burger condiments. And, you know, it tasted like a CPS lunchroom hamburger patty, but with even less seasoning. You know, if I was working there, I would have hopped back behind the counter. I would have threw some Laurie seasoning salt on there. I would have thrown some Tony Satcheries on there. I would have thrown some Slappy Mama on there. I would have thrown some accents on there. You know, just for extra kicks. You know what? I think if I used to start serving jerk burgers back there, that'll get you some customers. All right, but I'd say all in all, this milkshake that brings my big black ass back to the yard, the milkshake was the best part of the meal. So, Aaron, what would you give this out of 5 bison burgers?
Let's be real, we're in a recession right now, and something that people talk about in recession is inflation, but something you don't also talk about is waterflation. Everything is watered down. Your soups, your chips, everything is down. This is watered down. I got a chili bison dog, and you can tell that chili came from a can, and that can is mostly water. You can tell that cheese came from a can, and that cheese is mostly water. And you can tell that bison was probably watered down. It was cut with the rats caught out the back. Same thing with this milkshake. I got an Oreo milkshake. Barely any Oreo, barely any shake, mostly milk. You know, for the novelty of it, I guess it's worth it. However, I can't keep myself giving it more than 2 bisons out of 5.
I'm gonna have to go with 1 M Bison from Street Fighter 5 out of 5. You know, this milkshake, I thought it was gonna be the lifeblood. I thought it was gonna revive me. I thought it was gonna give me a little pick-me-up. You know, I thought it was gonna be infused with some PhD flopper from Black Ops Zombies, have me going. But you know, it just made me want to die. So if you want to invest in euthanasia or assisted suicide, be sure to check out Wojo's.
I'm here at the SoFi Stadium with 2 of the dopest MCs and one of the rawest producers. This is Raw MC Crew.
My name is Gino. I go by Gino Productions. I make beats. You can find me on YouTube at Gino Productions. You can find me on IG at Gino_Productions. I make those types of beats, funk, hip hop, trap, you name it, I got you.
I'm EXL. You can find me at official EXL on Instagram. You can find us at Raw MC Crew on YouTube, Spotify.
Hey, my name is Mexi Dan. D-A-N-Bird. Me encuentran así en YouTube, en Spotify también nos encuentran como Raw MC Crew, ya saben.
How are you guys doing today?
Hell yeah, we doing amazing.
Chido, perro, chido, representing the culture, you know?
Staying blessed, baby. Staying blessed.
So tell me about the 2 songs that you guys just performed tonight.
The 2 songs. I really wanted to aim for something like really old school, like that beat Gino made. You know, we were in the studio cooking. I thought it was like it's just amazing when you have the bass on there. We wanted to aim more for like Slim Shady type beat.
So the first thing that comes to mind when I hear y'all's music is like old school rap, like Nas especially. But are there any other rappers that really like inspire you guys?
But I'd say my main influences gotta be from my childhood. I listened to Liquid Swords by the Jezza. You know, I'm a big fan of Wu-Tang. Big ups to Nas. A little bit of Cypress Hill too in there too. Gotta say, yeah.
I started listening and getting more into music when I started listening to XXXTentacion and Logic. Logic, I've been listening to Logic. He's very lyrical. I fuck with his flows. I think they're, you know, amazing, and that's what really inspires me. I've been starting to listen more of like the old school hip hop, like Ice Cube, WC, NWA, all that stuff. One of my cousins had put me on, but it really like changed me in that way where I really wanted to make music in that style.
Damn, my mom is the one. It's my mom's fault, you know, like, cause she got me an iPod. Like, as I was in Mexico though, and she got me an iPod with a lot of music. So I was like, yeah, okay, like Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang Clan, this and that. So I started like looking for them and shit, and then that's what I liked them, because they made up their path by themselves, you know, like they were like just them. They didn't let any label to
control them.
Yeah, control them, and you know, because they were savages like us, you know, like that's what I like about them.
So back in the days, maybe when you guys were a kid, or maybe even now, what was your favorite movie, TV show, or anything to watch on VHS tapes?
I gotta say the Poltergeist horror series. That's gotta be top tier for sure.
See, if we were talking about like just tapes, I would say like the old tapes of my family when they would record like me when I was being a kid, you know, like enjoying life without any fucking worries, and like, you know, my parents being parents and shit.
Memories.
Yeah, memories for sure. But if we're talking about like movies, Shrek had to be one of them for sure.
Like Pinocchio just gone through my mind. You know why? Because my dad, like my parents used to come to the USA while I was in Mexico and shit. So he used to bring me like movies and shit. So Pinocchio was the first movie that I saw like on VHS, this and that, you know. I was like, yo, so I would like to see that movie again, bro. I would like to watch that shit again, bro. That will be the first one that will pop in my mind.
And unsubscribe.